was in complete just shock and awe. I couldn't believe that. Worked on opened my car door, and then he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And I wanted to pass out. I was like, "I do know who you are." And he was surprised, like, "Really? You do?"
I moved here from Boston, and I came here with 3 boxes of clothes. That's it.
I was staying with my mom in an overcrowded home. My son and I, we did community service hours. Every weekend, I took off during the week from work so that I could provide a home for my son and I.
When I was renting, I literally was paying like more than half of my income. I want that foundation to where my kids could have what I'm working for every day that I work. I want my kids, my family to be able to benefit and have something long-term to show for that too.
And I drove up and I seen all of these people not knowing what was going on. And then when we received the keys to our home, that was life-changing for him and I.
I pulled up and I just, I already knew that he blessed me. And that day I could not stop crying. It was so much gratitude, just overwhelming gratitude. I couldn't believe it still to this day. Like, God, thank you. This really happened. And that's like, that day, my emotions poured out. I couldn't get it together. My brother was like, "You deserve this."
I'm like, this is for me? That's all I kept saying. This is for me. And like my son said, "Mom, you worked very hard. This is so deserving." I'm still so overjoyed with seeing it today. I still feel like that's my day. Like, I understand how that homeowner feels when she's crying or when she's just speechless. It's a lot.
A sense of amazement, but gratitude. First and foremost, I was just so thankful to God, but I was also thankful for people that love like he loves, that love by doing, that love by emotional, love by volunteering for a family that they don't know, that they've never met, love that just gives like that.
I was just elated. I couldn't believe that all of this furniture belonged to me in my new home. I just was happy to have a home.
Having a furnished home has blessed me till today. When I opened the door to our home and it was fully furnished, food and all, I just was so thankful. And Trez was in college, and it took a big financial burden off of me. I was able to send him and with no worries because our home was furnished. Giving the extra $5,000 was a blessing. Like, it lowered my mortgage. I'm able to pay extra on the mortgage.
It gave me a totally just new outlook on life. It just gave me a sense of stability and knowing what I am worth and what I can do.
During the time of the bubble, if I wasn't living in a home, I don't know if I would be out on the streets, because my house gave me an opportunity that I could live there and stretch out payments during a trying time for a lot of people.
It just made me stronger as a person too.
We were able to have, our own rooms and, peace and financial stability. It made me more responsible, and somewhere to call home. It was our safe haven.
It's been a safe place, I feel like, for myself, for my girls, and for the girls' friends. So, sleepovers, and they have their own little independence, and I think that's great because they really needed that. They were in the same room for so long.
So all the holidays, they're at my house now. The birthday parties, they're at my house. It's just a nice, cozy home, and I'm so forever thankful for Work Done and Work Done Charities and Habitat for Humanity.
I'm the oldest of a big family, 6. I wanted to break a generational curse because my mom, my grandma, my aunties, nobody owned a home. We would have family gatherings, but it was from one rental place to the next. To provide that with that stability of a home. This was a foundation for us. And every holiday that came, we celebrated every holiday. Like, they wouldn't miss the opportunity to be there. Now I kind of push back from that, of course. Like, okay, not every holiday, but yeah, being able to share that whole experience with not just my kids, but my family, my aunts and uncles, my cousins, my nieces and nephews. So it was bigger than just me. You don't realize how far the blessing went.
It changed our lives, obviously, in many ways from that moment on, and in the way that we could then be a blessing to others with our home.
Because I had a home, I was able to keep him stable in his sports, keep him active. My son has never been in trouble. He has maintained a great active life.
My kids love sports. My girls love to dance. Like anything, any extracurricular activity that I probably couldn't do so much for before because my money was tied up, it was tight. Having that option to where it's financially stable, I could be flexible with my money and give my kids a better opportunity to experience life as a child, a full life.
I never missed payment, and I still have the same home that I had 25 years and been living in it. My son has a root. My grandkids know Grammy lives here. Everything is home. So this is for me a stability anchor. I have something to pass on, something of value, and I have something that I saw where a lot of my energy and my working and my tenacity went toward. And I was glad that he was able to produce a little bit more to make my home journey a lot more pleasant, that's all. Because he did do that for me.
I don't have enough words. I don't have enough time. But I would just say, from the bottom of, I know all the mothers' hearts, all the children's hearts, thank you. And thank you to all the volunteers.
Some days I still wake up like, God, just thank you. Just thank you. Not just on the day-to-day, just looking back from where you brought me from. Thank you so much. I'm forever grateful. Thank you.